And hey, we're back. Is now part 3 of the second week in May's New Comics, bitches! So, moving along, now this was another one that I purchased online, which is Batman Arkham City, which is a prequel to the video game that will be coming out in September. My birthday is the week that this is coming out, so hint, hint. Anyway, Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham Asylum is one of the best video games ever. This is also for you gamers out there. And Arkham City is looking like it could be better than Arkham Asylum. Now, for those who played the game, you know what's going on. For those who didn't, brief overview. Batman arrests the Joker pretty easily, gets into Arkham Asylum, and then Arkham Asylum is suddenly on lockdown because the Joker escapes. And there's just some pretty wicked shit going on around Arkham Asylum. So, in Arkham Asylum, I should say. So Batman's got to stay there and basically kind of fight his way out. In the meantime, discovering that the Joker has actually created a new strain of venom, which is the drug that Bane uses to become super ripped, that they call Titan. Basically, Batman ends up, if you play the game right, he ends up taking the Joker down, and it's kind of bad news for the Joker because he almost kind of seems to be dying because he, kind of almost OD'd on this Titan formula. So anyway, so that leads to kind of where we are now. Well, we're a little bit past that now because the warden of Arkham Asylum back in the game, Quincy Sharp, is now he's now the mayor of Gotham City. And he is getting some advice from a mysterious stranger on how to be a more effective, to be a more effective public speaker. Things like drowning out his fears. Things of that nature. Basically, what's going? He kind of takes the credit. Quincy Sharp, I said, the former warden, now mayor. He's taking the credit for basically, what happened in Arkham Asylum on the day, in the game. So we now have, Batman thinks, well, whatever, it's kind of crap, but, I'm Batman, so I can deal with it. But I'm a little bit more nervous about these twins that are running around town that call themselves, this brother-sister act who are running around town, laying some smack on a lot of people, because they're both dosed up with Titan. They call themselves T&T, T and T, not TNT. But, you get the idea. It's really, whatever. And Batman, in, kind of helping to track these two down, he actually has to question Two-Face, who's he's kind of fucked up too, because these two, laid some smack on him. So, anyway, push comes to shove, this same mysterious individual that's helping the mayor, the mayor is basically opening up a whole new Gotham City Hall. Costs millions upon millions of dollars to build. But this TNT duo, they get in there and they start to push people around. Batman tries to intervene in time, but unfortunately he's too late, and these two blow themselves up. Well, it's not too late. He just doesn't see what exactly is happening, that they both have essentially explosives within their bodies, and the mysterious man triggers it remotely, and they blow up, They destroy this new city hall. 300 people die. Billions in damage. So this kind of eggs on Mayor Sharp to create Arkham City, which is basically a walled-off section of Gotham City, which is basically a free flow. It's like a free-range prison. So it's kind of Escape of New York-ish. They've got their own privatized security force in there, so it's not Gotham cops in there, but private security. So this is all leading up to where the game will come in. The only reason that I would have bought the only reason that I bought this is because the art, it's written by Paul Dini, who wrote both the story for the story and dialogue for the Arkham Asylum game, and is also writing Arkham City. And that the art is actually done by the conceptual artist for both Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, Carlos D'Anda, or Danda, or however you want to pronounce his name. D'Anda, probably is probably how it's pronounced. But it's just it's a cool idea, and I think that the game will be probably better executed than this comic, because the comic's not really that great. Which is just kind of sad for Paul Dini. I think if I was watching this as like a cutscene in the game, I would be a lot more interested. And there's also going to be a web-based series that's going to be available for this. So I don't think I'm going to be reading this one next time. I don't think I'm going to be reading issue number 2 because, quite frankly, it just hurts too much to wait for this game, till September there. So anyway, so that was one I'd skip in the future. Which is, again, sad, because Paul Dini, he's awesome. Anyway, so moving along. So the next one we're going to do is FF number 3, and again, this is Future Foundation stuff. So now this was really interesting because at the end of the last issue, Valeria Richards announces the whole reason that she brought Dr. Doom on board was so that she could fight, so that so that Dr. Doom would beat Reed Richards. He would defeat him. And I was thinking, okay, why does this little girl want her father to be defeated? But what we find out, and again, a lot of this stuff is a little bit beyond me, because I'm not really that familiar with a lot of the Fantastic Four mythology. But we've got basically this. They gather together. People like the High Evolutionary, the Mad Thinker, the Wizard. Some of the greatest. Diablo. Some of the greatest villains of the Fantastic Four. And basically what we realize is that there are Reed Richards. There are different. It's like it's like the League of Reeds or something like that, and it's a bunch of Reed Richards from alternate realities, and all of these particular Reed Richards are trying to take over the world or just flat out destroy it. So yeah, so I think there's 4 of them, and basically what they're doing is they are trying to. The reason that Valeria suggested that all these people should meet to find out how to defeat Reed Richards is because they're not trying to defeat Reed Richards himself, not this universe's the good Reed Richards, but the 4 bad ones. Because they're, like I said, they're ready to enslave. A fascinating issue, a fascinating read. I didn't really understand it until like the final couple pages. I'm like, oh, I get it now. This is so cool. I like that feeling. I really do. I like it when I'm surprised by a comic like that. Hickman does a great job writing. Epting, always beautiful art. Always love his stuff. So again, that's FF is a really strong series, and hopefully will continue. We'll see you right after the break. We'll continue talking about that a little bit more.